Hello, Andrea from Artfelt here. I am going to demonstrate for you a felted picture with a pair of bunnies. Hope you enjoy. I've drawn a picture of a rabbit and then I've traced round it and created a template. Using the template you made earlier, cut out your rabbit. I have used pre-felt that I have made earlier. You can also use needle punch fabric that you can buy commercially. Cut out all your pieces. I've cut out all my pre-felt. I've used 3 different colours so that you can see what I'm doing more clearly. Using the felting needle, I'll just poke in place to hold all these parts down. When you finish doing that, just be very careful when you lift your rabbit up, because sometimes the ears will come away. If they do, just turn it over, this often happens, and then poke a little bit from behind. Now I'm going to show you how we create the background to your picture. So using pure merino wool, I am going to start with white, and I've done a guide just to make sure I don't get too big as it's a small picture. A perfect layer should be thick enough to cover most of the bubble wrap, so you can't actually see the bubble wrap underneath, but not too thick. There's 2 ways that I do this. One way is the trapping and pulling that you can see me doing now, and the other way is pulling a piece of fleece with my hands, pulling it gently and placing it on top. So that's quite useful if you see any holes. So after I've completed layer 1, I've quarter turned the whole picture, and now I'm going to cover it. Half of it will be in this pale green colour, and the other half will be in this grey blue colour, like this. So fill any gaps, either in the dropping, pulling and dropping, always very fine amounts. Better to do lots of thin layers of fleece than thick. I'm now going to build this picture up using a variety of yarns and silk. I'll start by putting some thin fleece like this over it, and then I will add all the other bits. So this is very thin, so then you can add other colours into the mix. Just twisting the ends to get a little bit more definition. once I've done the green area, I will start to put some blossom on. I just snip up little bits. Pre-felt that can be used. Even little bits of silk. Cut out my baby rabbit, and I've done exactly as I showed you earlier. I take out the pink when it's really close to their faces, and then I'm going to just do a little bit of silk grass and mix these to the silk, which is recycled sari silk. I'm just going to create a little bit of grass in front of them. Now I'm happy with the way my picture looks, I'm going to sprinkle it with warm soapy water. You have to absolutely saturate it. I use pure olive oil soap melted down to do this, and then I will cover it with a piece of thin plastic, and I'm going to pat it down . I'm going to do this, and I'll become firmer and firmer doing it for 10 minutes. I've patted it now for 10 minutes, and now I'm going to rub it like this. I'm holding the bubble wrap and the picture down while I do this, and I am going to end up doing 1 minute in this direction. Then I'll quarter turn it and do it across the picture, and you'll do 4 quarter turns in total. So 4 minutes rubbing like this. I've rubbed this now for 4 minutes and it's nice and firm. I can pinch it, the whole thing comes up. If yours isn't, just repeat what you've just done more forcefully, and if it's got cold, pour some hot water over it. Another thing you can do is rub directly on the bubble wrap. Quite often the corners are a bit soft and spongy, so give them a good hard rub on the bubble wrap. When you're happy and your picture is firm, you can then squeeze out all the excess water, rinse it out in a bowl of tepid water to get rid of the soap, and put it somewhere flat to dry. I have dried the rabbit picture and ironed it, and now with the felting needle I'm going to tidy up the edges of the rabbits. I've got it on top of foam. I'm now ready to put the eyes in place. So I just choose a spot and make a little dimple. And then using a little bit of black, really small amount, just poke it into place. details. Keep them soft and fluffy. Enjoy making it and be creative. Use different materials. This is one I did using Liberty silk. This one is Japanese cherry blossom silk, and this one is William Morris, the Strawberry Thief.